Guys, you're welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be taking a story from the Bible, a quite popular story. It's a story that's going to look at the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. This was a location that was in ancient time. So we know about Abraham. Abraham went up from Egypt. He went to a place called Negev, and he went there with his wife and everything that he had. And he had a nephew called Lot that went with him. Now, Abraham was very rich. He was wealthy in livestock and in silver and gold. From Negev, he kept on traveling. He went from place to place until he came to a place called Bethel. And there was a place between Bethel and Ai where his tent had been earlier and where he had first built an altar. So there Abraham called on the name of the Lord. Lot, his nephew, who was moving about with Abraham, he also had lots of flocks and herds and tents. But the land could not support both Abraham and Lot while they stayed together, for their possessions were so great that they were not able to stay together, and quarreling arose between Abraham's herders and Lot's. The Canaanites and Perizzites were also living in the land at that time. So Abraham said to Lot, "Let's not have any quarreling between you and me, or between your herders and mine, for we are close relatives." Lot was Abraham's nephew. "It's not the land, the whole land before you. Let's part company. If you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, I'll go to the left." Lot looked around and he saw that the whole plain of the Jordan towards Zoar was well watered, like the garden of the Lord. Like the land of Egypt. So Lot chose for himself the whole plain of the Jordan and he set out toward the east. So Abraham and Lot parted company. Abraham lived in the land of Canaan, while Lot lived among the cities of the plain, and then he pitched his tent near a place called Sodom. Now the people of Sodom were wicked and were sinning greatly against the Lord. The Lord said to Abraham after Lot had parted from him, "Look around you from where you are, to the north, to the east, to the south. All the cardinal points, all the land that you see, I will give to you and your offspring forever. I will make you," God continued to tell Abraham, "I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth." There will be so many, so that if anyone could count the dust, then your offspring could be counted. "Go, walk through the length and breadth of the land, for I'm giving it to you," God told Abraham. So Abraham went to live near the great trees of a place called Mam at Hebron. So he settled there. After a while, Abraham had some visitors. Some men came to visit him. Abraham was nice to them. He gave them food to eat, washed their feet. So when they were about to leave, they looked towards Sodom and Gomorrah, and they thought to themselves, "Will we hide anything from Abraham? And Abraham will surely become a great and powerful nation, and all the nations on the earth will be blessed through him." So they told Abraham, "The Lord has heard the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah. The outcry is so great, their sin is so grievous, that they want to go down and see if what they have done is as bad as the outcry that has reached heaven." So the men turned away and went towards Sodom, but Abraham remained standing before the Lord. Then Abraham approached the Lord and was asking God, said, "God, will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked? What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Will you sweep it away and not spare the place for the sake of the 50 righteous people in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to kill the righteous with the wicked, treating the righteous and the wicked alike." The Lord said, "If I find 50 righteous people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake." Then Abraham spoke up again. "Now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, though I am nothing but dust and ashes, what if the number of the righteous people is 5 less than 50? Will you destroy the whole city for lack of 5 people?" God said, "If I find 45 there, I will not destroy it." Once again, Abraham said, "Okay, what if there are only 40 righteous people found there?" He said, "Okay, if I find 40 righteous people, I will not destroy the city. I will not do it." Then Abraham said, "May the Lord not be angry, but let me speak. What if only 30 can be found there?" He answered. God answered and said, "I will not destroy Sodom if I find 30 people, 30 righteous people there." Abraham went on. He said, "Now that I've been so bold as to speak to the Lord, what if only 20 can be found there?" Then God went on to say, "If there are 20, I will not destroy that city." And Abraham went on asking till he reduced the number to 10. He said, what if only 10 can be found there? God said, if I find 10 people righteous, I will not destroy it. And Abraham returned home. The two angels went on to Sodom. They arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. So when he saw them, he got up to meet them, and he bowed down with his face to the ground. He said, my lords, please turn aside. Come to my house. You can wash your feet and spend the night, and then go on your way early in the morning. The angel said, no, I'm not coming to your house. We will spend the night in the square. Lot knew the kind of place. But Lot insisted so strongly that they did go with him and entered his house. So Lot prepared a meal for them, baking bread without yeast, so they ate. Before they had gone to bed, all the men from every part of the city of Sodom, both young and old, all the men surrounded the house of Lot. They called to Lot, saying, where are the men, your visitors, who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so that we can with them. Lot went outside to meet them, and he shut the door behind him and said, no, my friends, don't do this wicked thing. Look. Lot said he has 2 daughters that are virgins. He will bring them to meet them, and they should do whatever they liked with his daughters. But don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof. They said, get out! This fellow Lot, you just came here as a foreigner, and now you want to play the judge. If you do not bring these men out for us to do this thing with them, we will treat you worse than we'll do with these men. So they kept bringing pressure on Lot and moved so forward, pressing him against the door to break the door. So as we're trying to press him, the door was open. So the angels that were behind inside the house miraculously were able to open the door, pull Lot in, and then close the door, shut it back. These men will not give up. So the angels had to smite them with blindness so that they won't be able to find their way to the door anymore. So the angels told Lot, quick, before dawn, before sunrise, you and your family, you have to leave this city, for God is going to destroy it. Lot was pleading at one point that, where are we going to go to? He said, just run to the mountains. So Lot pleaded that they should allow he and his family to move to a place called Zoar. So before sunrise, they got up, and Lot was still trying to pack all his family members. They could not fathom it. So Lot, his wife, and his 2 daughters, the angel had to just grab Lot, and Lot grabbed his wife and 2 daughters, and they started running out of the city, because the angels had warned. God is principled that by sunrise, this city is going to burn down, and you have to start running now to escape the destruction. So they started running as Lot got to Zoar. Unfortunately, by the time the city started burning, Lot's wife looked back and turned to a pillar of salt. That was how the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, of Sodom, got destroyed. And one thing I want to bring out from this story is that God was even looking for a way to spare this city. Abraham was even conversing and said, is it that bad? Lord, destroying this whole city. Okay, what if there are 50 people? And God said, if I find 50, I won't destroy it. So God was trying to tell Abraham that it's as bad as there is nobody to be spared. If not for Abraham, it's because of Abraham that God had mercy on Lot and his lineage. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment. Drop your messages in the comment section if you learned anything from this story. And also, I want to ask you, where in the Bible can we find this story? Which other story of the Bible would you like me to share with you? Thank you so much for listening. Remember to like, remember to share, and feel free to comment. Till I come your way again next time. Chapters with Moyo is the name of this channel. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.